everyone, and welcome to Rewind, the retro video game show coming to you live every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on the AWS for Games channels on YouTube and Twitch. My name is Chris Melasinos, and I'm the Principal Evangelist for Video Games here at AWS. And on today's episode, we are going to be exploring the early history of video game company Shin Nihon Kikaku, better known as SNK, and looking at the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. Now, gamers today might be familiar with SNK's bright red arcade cabinets, known as the Neo Geo Multi-Video System, or MVS, and these cabinets were available in 1, 2, 4, or 6 slot variants, which enabled arcade owners to have multiple games in the same cabinet, saving space and drawing a crowd. Or perhaps gamers know SNK for their later Neo Geo Advanced Entertainment System, or AES, which brought the exact same arcade games into the home, albeit for a very hefty price, with the system launching in 1990 and starting at $650, with individual games being priced as high as $400. Or perhaps gamers know Neo Geo simply, or SNK, simply for their amazing catalog of games like Blazing Stars, one of my personal favorites, Magician Lord, Cross Swords, The Super Spy, or Windjammers, or for their amazing series like Metal Slug, Samurai Showdown, Baseball Stars, King of Fighters, or Fatal Fury. However you know SNK and the Neo Geo brand, many don't know about the 20-year history prior to the launch of the now iconic Neo Geo cabinets and games. Luckily, we have our awesome friends over at Digital Eclipse, the leaders in retro game compilations, who have produced the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection that allows us to more fully explore the earlier days of this company. So let's dig into the history of SNK. Okay, so it's broken up into two areas here, the arcade area and then the museum area. So why don't we go ahead and first jump into the museum area, and we'll learn a little bit more about some of their earlier products, right? So here we go, the SNK Complete Works from 1978 to 1990. Some bonus features, but behind the scenes trivia and artwork, game soundtracks. Let's jump in here first. Oh yeah, so you can listen to the soundtrack for these earlier games. And some of those names might start to seem familiar to you, right? Like Ikari Warriors or Athena, Alpha Mission, right? Games that even if you don't remember that SNK made them, you may remember those names. So the soundtracks there. Bonus features. The SNK original games, we have advertising, cabinets, and SNK in the West. Behind the scenes concept art. Video Game Land newsletter. We need to go check that out. Arcade guidebooks. So maybe let's go ahead and check out Video Game Land newsletter. Here we go. Look at this. VGL Volume 0. We can zoom in on this. I know that. We can look at that awesome artwork there. And yeah, let's go ahead and advance these pages. Of course, I can't read any of the text here, so maybe you can, and maybe do some Google Translate and see what it means. That would be a fun thing to go ahead and do. But yeah, here's some of the pages from Video Game Land Volume 1. And I assume that VGL, or Volume 0, I assume VGL Volume 1 are going to have the same, but here we are in color. Look at that. Oh, only for the outside here. There's Athena right there. And yeah, so if you can read that, have at it, have some fun with it. Let's go ahead and see. Let's take a look at some of their original games. Now, I did have a chance to look through some of this earlier, and I love some of the translations that are here. So let's go ahead and we'll zoom out. Let's get to the first page. Vanguard, very early game for SNK. A really good port of it to the Atari 2600, actually. But let's look here. Fly through the unexperienced Zune. Testing your sailing technique and firing technique. Reproduce with super exciting sound and 7 colors of a rainbow. Cosmic Vanguard is you. And then down here, Satan of Saturn. Challenge a Saturn's mystery, attack a UFO and rocket army. Let's go to the Saturn, take the missile fire and laser beam, and fight a decisive battle with Satan of Saturn. Hero is you for protect the Earth. So you saw, back then when they were trying to go ahead and craft a story that would be popular in the West, sometimes the translations didn't make it across exactly intact, but that's what's so lovely about it too. And we do love going back and reading a lot of that original copy. Let's see if we have some more here. This is a furious battle game between Sasuke and commanders. The scene is laid in a beautiful city of Kyoto. A great number of commanders are attacking Sasuke with their magics. All players should find this game, and the newest one with many characters and varied sound. Epochal new drive game, our proud original machine. And here we go, Yosaku. Comical electric sound attract customs attention, beautiful color picture as no other similar ones. No other game has interest of this character. And, a very emphatic this character. Love it. Absolutely love it. So you can see, you can flip through and, read some of the copy from these games that came out in the earlier era. And now the SNK cabinets, this is where it gets really cool. So these are the earlier cabinets. And as I mentioned, a lot of people know the SNK cabinets being the stand-up red cabinets, right? The MVSs. But they also had these other cabinets that adhered to the JAMA standard, right? Which allowed you to go ahead and interchange control boards and planar boards and control boards with and monitors with a common backplane or a common connector. But these candy cabinets, which are really beautiful and awesome, but one of the things that they did with this cabinet, okay, so here's the original one here, and you can see that it was you're able to open it easily, right, to work on the system. But let's go to the next version of it. So here's the Candy 26 by SNK, and the big feature on this one was that the screen rotated. So you could go ahead and have your cabinets playing a game that used a horizontal orientation or a vertical orientation. Now, in small tabletops like the Egret 2 here by Taito, right? This is very much in the same vein as the Candy Cab, right? And you have the buttons there, so it looks like a little squished down Candy Cab. But what's really cool about this Egret, and we talked about this when I did an episode on tabletops and handhelds, is this monitor actually clicks in and you can rotate this for vertically oriented games. I think that is one of the coolest designs I've ever seen in one of these miniature arcade cabinets. And I'd love to figure out how we go ahead and do that in a bigger upright cabinet. But the candy cabinet here wasn't as elegant. You had to lift up the front of the cabinet there, and then the arcade operator would have to pull the monitor out a little bit, rotate it, put it back in, close the cabinet. So not as instantaneous as this beautiful little Egret 2, but still really amazing and innovative for the time. So I do love that cabinet. And here, of course, is their cocktail cabinet as well. And it talks about how you can place them in your arcade and how you can go ahead and maintain them. And you can see, just look at how lovely the internals are on those machines. I just love, the cabinets from this era of arcade gaming. It's really just fantastic. Really just fantastic and lovely. And then SNK in the West. So here are more hits from SNK. So Akari Warriors, as I mentioned, Athena is another big one. Alpha Mission, right? Those are kind of the big ones that we remember here, the ones that we got here. And there you go. America's arcade hit comes home. Now, I believe, this is on the NES. I believe this is the NES version of the game. Two can play together. Oh, look at that. Amazing, right? Akari Warriors 2, Victory Road. Iron Tank. Yeah, look at this. And so you can spend time going through here and looking at the whole, all of these pieces of artwork and the original, or the concept art, and listen to the music and the soundtracks. And then, of course, we have SNK Complete Works, 1978 to 1990. And so you can start going through this, starting with their very first game, Icon Kit, and then making your way down Safari Rally, Yusaku Osamu Wars, the Monkey Friend, Atom Smasher, Sasuke versus Commander, Satan of Saturn, Vanguard, and Fantasy. And that's the era. I think 91 is really when SNK started to understand how to build like arcade games that appealed to a broader audience. And this is where they, again, started to really hone their skills. And so you can see we have a lot to go through. Now, we're not going to play through all of these, but we are going to go ahead and sample quite a number of them. So I am going to go ahead and, my goodness, look at all of these games that we have access to. Super Champion Baseball, Gang Wars, a Prehistoric Isle. That's another really good game. Baseball Stars. And then, of course, we get up here into 1990. And this is right before the big tentpole sort of games from SNK would hit the market. Again, those series like Metal Slug and Baseball Stars and King of Fighters, those sorts of games. All right, so let's go ahead. Actually, why don't we go ahead and start back down here with an early one here, Satan of Saturn. And of course, this is screenshots. Spirit to Osamu Wars and Atom Smasher, in that it's another classic space shooter. Yeah, it's similar in that it's a space shooter, right? And there you go. First SNK to have two distinct buttons next to the joystick. In addition to the primary fire button, players can hit a second button to activate a barrier and defend their base on the bottom of the screen. And so again, this is, the stuff that Digital Eclipse does really well. They frame all of the discussion around their around the games that are in the collections that they put together, and they really make sure that they dig into the history and give you some insight into what those games are doing at the time they were brought to market, that kind of innovations that they created, how they copied from each other. So you really start to learn about not just the game itself, but the company, the designers, how people went ahead and made these games. Here you go. In the Japanese version, the song is the beginning of each life is La Marseillaise. Of course, I'm butchering that. The French national anthem, there you go. In the Western version, it's Bach's Toccata and Fugue in D minor, right? So different songs for different markets there. This is the first game to use the SNK Corporation as the company name in-game. All prior games had a Shin Nihon Kikaku copyright on the title screen. So yeah, so that's a little bit of the history side of this. And you can also see the evolution of Digital Eclipse's approach to this. So this is the last, I believe, or one of the last collections that they've done before they moved over to their just absolutely incredible Atari 50th anniversary collection, or the 50th celebration collection, where they have that horizontal timeline that you can scroll through, and then you can move vertically through each of the eras. So this is the last, I think, of their menu type of system for these types of compilations. All right, so let's get to the games, right? That's what we're here to do. Software is closed because an error occurred. All right, so I probably had this thing running way too long. So we're going to go ahead and just pop it back up here on the Nintendo Switch. And there's that SNK logo and the beautiful Digital Eclipse logo. Now, of course, they are over there at Atari. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the collection here. And here we go. All right. So World Wars, Vanguard. Yeah, we're going to probably start with Vanguard or something right in there. Let's see. Are these separated by? So we don't have them by years. Let's see if we can. Let's see what are our main options. No. Let's see what the earliest games that we have here. Now, we can switch the region here. Oh, I think, right, that is one of the things that we can do. So if we switch the region here, there it is. It was called Great Tank in Japan, and it's known as Iron Tank here in the States. Munch Mobile versus Joyful Road. I like Joyful Road. We should have had that. Ozama Wars was Ozama Wars. Paddle Mania. POW. Can't read that. Prehistoric Isle. Can't read that. Psycho Soldier. And I think Psycho Soldier was the first game that actually, or one of the first games for SNK that actually had a lyrics to the theme song that they would sing. So we're going to listen to that here in just a few minutes. Street Smart. What is that? Street Smart still. Time Soldiers is Battlefield. Let's see. TNK is Tank. Vanguard is just Vanguard. We're going to start with Vanguard. I think that is probably the earliest one that's on this collection right now. So let's go ahead and jump in to Vanguard. All right, here we go. Vertically oriented Vanguard. Now, the cool, innovative thing about this game was that it had four-way shooting, I believe, right? Four-way shooting while you were also moving in four directions. And the orientation that you had to fly through these different caverns would change, right? So let's go ahead and power that up a little bit there. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So you'd hit that energy, and now you could go ahead. You're invincible for a little bit of time there. Also, you notice that voice sample in there as well. Be careful, it's telling you. Okay. And then we're gonna, you can see there's a map at the top of the screen there. We're gonna get up to that map, and then all of a sudden we're gonna start moving on an angle up through the playfield. Say, okay, yeah, we have to be careful. And so this, oh, look at that explosion. Now, does it take me all the way back? It doesn't take me all the way back, but it took me a good part of the way back there. Let's hit that energy again. There we go. Now, I do remember there was a commercial for the Atari 2600 version of this that had this guy they called, Luther. And they're like, Luther destroys the Gond, which is the name of the enemy at the end of Vanguard, which was hysterical because it was this big jock of a guy, and he was like, ugh. Okay, all right, so now... look at that. So now it changes on you. And it's not that it's, and of course I wasn't even paying attention. Like I could have just been running into those blobs there. But there's no energy for me here. Let's see. Wow. Okay, you really have to keep your concentration with this one. Let's see. Yeah, and it's like, it's kind of like rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time, right? Trying to shoot, to move with one, shoot with the other. Players can be allowed to start the game from the same zone, which is at the position of the game of over player within first 30 seconds, but only for the first pattern. So let's see, I should be able to start. Yeah, okay, I can start back in the zone here, so I don't have to worry about, oh, man. That is tough. Okay. Oof. Now remember, these games were designed to take your quarters as fast as possible. You know, that's the thing about arcade games from this era. Of course, now look at how narrow the passageway that you have is here. Plus, those fighters are kind of thin, and you move a little bit slower than I would like. There's no other energy for me to pick up. So, you know, thinking about it now from a design perspective, and we see this in even modern video games, right? Is what you want to do is you want to go ahead and when you're teaching players how to play your game for the first time, it's about giving them a chance to explore the mechanics, right? And to learn about the different systems. So, for example, in Mario, right? Super Mario Brothers, the first time you run forward, most people, kids, the very first time they played the game, they died because they run straight into a Goomba and didn't know that they needed to jump over that one. Or they hit that one block and they understand that it bounced, and then they hit the second one, and that's when the mushroom appears. And so it's helping people as they're starting to play to understand the game mechanics by really teaching them through the first initial, bits of play. So in the first level of Vanguard, you notice I had access to energy that I don't have access to. Oh, look at that. It brought me right there because I got right to the edge of the level there. And so you had access to all this energy that made you invincible. So you could start to learn the controls a little bit, right? Which could be really difficult at the time because most games were just not that complex, right? Most games just had a single fire button and a single joystick, and that was it, right? That's off you went. So this at least gives you a little bit of a fighting chance, right, of getting through it. I have to add another coin now because I got to the end there, and we're almost through the map here, which I haven't done this in so long. So, all right, let's see. Man, I keep moving here while I'm trying to play and trying to avoid that little guy. Okay, so now we have, look at that. We have all of these environmentals. Okay, we have some energy there. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we had to blow that one up for sure. Oh, look at that. You can destroy the mountains, right, that you're flying through, the caverns that you're flying through. Okay, yeah, you want to hit the top there. And of course, we've seen mechanics like that in games like R-Type, right, where you have to learn to how to pace yourself, right, as you're moving through the environment there. Okay, get down. And where you need to shoot, like, shooting at the edges of an enemy versus, I know I'm playing this longer than I probably should so we can get on to some other games, but I'm having so much fun with some Vanguard. Okay, let's get, oh, shoot. Oh, that was terrible. Terrible. Okay, if I can't make it through this time, then we're done. We're going to move on to the next game here because we have a lot to go through on this SNK collection. But man, yeah, again, these games weren't the most complex, but challenging. All right, I think now I'm in for $1, right? If it was a quarter of play, I think I'm about in for, nope, that was it. That was all it let me do. So let's go ahead and get our name in here. Of course, right, that's what you wanted to do when you were in the arcade, right? So let's see. Which one do I need? Oh, and it won't let me. There we go. And let's see, can we go all the way back? No, it's going to make me go all the way forward and loop that. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And there we go. That is for rewind. And let's go ahead and end. For those of you that don't know and haven't played arcade, rub just meant delete. So you're going to rub out a letter. So there we go. Rewind is the new high score there. Yes, for the Golden 7 Club. So there you go. That is how you played Vanguard. Now, if you pause this, you had some other controls here. You could put the border on, which we did have on. We could put a filter on, so we'd have a TV filter, so it would make it look like an old screen. We could do full screen or stretch the screen. We liked full screen. Oh, that's the sharp screen. Full screen is what we needed. That's fine. And then I think, yeah, by holding down the shoulder buttons, we could actually rewind through the game. So you could go back, and you can see I'm holding down a button here and I'm going backwards now. So that way you could rewind to a part that you may have not done poorly in and retry it. And that's one of the things that they do really, really well at with Digital Eclipse, right? So we're going to quit and save that. And we're going to overwrite that. And there we go. All right, let's get on to the next game. Now, one of the things that I believe they do in this as well is they allow you to watch the game, and then you can take control, I believe, at any point. So let's see if that's true. So we're going to watch the play happen here. And so here's World Wars by SNK.
Warning. Emergency. Alpha mission start.
Okay, and then I believe we can, let's see, I can fast forward through this or rewind through it, jump ahead. Oh, look at all those. Now, I don't know if we can do that here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so now I can just start playing, and boom, I jump right into where they had left us off, which is great, right? So you could actually get a little bit further in a game or watch a game and then jump into an area that you may not have played before, right? Or rewind to it so you can make your way into the game and really learn the mechanics of it. Again, it's another one of those great things that Digital Eclipse does with their titles, right? Because it's as much about playing or learning about the game and learning about its history and why, these games were so important as it is about just playing them. And that's, again, what I love about what Digital Eclipse does. It's more than just playing the game. It is experiencing the game, experiencing the developers, experiencing the type of content that they were creating in these eras, right? Yeah, it's awesome. Truly awesome. And I haven't played this one before, so all of this is new to me. So I just jumped in way ahead of this. I don't even know what I'm doing, right? But again, that's one of the things that you could do with Digital Eclipse. All right, we're going to go on to, we don't want any save there because I didn't do any of that. Let's go ahead and make our way on to, let's see, Psycho Soldier. All right, and let's listen to this is a platformer game. Let's go ahead and start it right off here. And let's listen to some of that music here. And there is the Psycho Soldier game. All right. Okay, now I'm trying to figure out. Okay. I didn't read the directions. Okay, so when you're starting off there, you better hide if you are bad. Fire. Fire. Like a soldier. Okay, I have no idea what the controls are on it because it's been so long since I played it. So let's go ahead and take a look at those controls, figure out exactly what we're supposed to be doing. So player one, start. There we go. Shockwave is Y. Psycho Ball is B. There's no A for this. B, what is X? Shockwave Turbo. All right, so move left, right, up, or down, and we have Shockwave is Y, so that's got to be just fire. Psycho Ball has to be, your smart bomb or your smart weapon, and then Turbo just has to be rapid fire, right? Okay, so now that we know that, let's go back, and we're going to go ahead and try it again. So let's reset that game, and let's jump in and play a little more Psycho Soldier. Yeah, there we go. Psycho Soldier. All right, so now I believe I can blow stuff up. Oh, no, not when I'm here. Okay. right, so that's just... if you are bad. And I do believe that this was the first game that had like full, like I said, full lyrics in the theme song or the in-game song, right? Now, again, think about the era in which this game came out, and if you heard those singing lyrics like that, that was pretty crazy back then, right? And this one does really require you to use a joypad versus, say, an analog stick because it can be difficult to control her while you're playing here. Let's see. Man, listen to that. All of those voice samples. Oh!
Athena, I will go.
Athena, I will go.
Athena, I will go.
Wow. Psycho. Oh, what a catchy tune. Psycho Soldier. Oh. Oh no. Okay, let's see.
Athena, I will go.
Dude, all right, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next game, but oh, this one is pretty addictive. Okay, let's go.
Athena, I will go.
Athena, I will go.
Oh, that's hard.
I have no idea what was just said there. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Psycho Soldier. All right, so all right, on to the next game. Yeah, we'll save that one there. And we'll overwrite the existing data that we had. Wow. Okay, that was pretty crazy. All right, Prehistoric Isle. Yeah, this one is, I believe, a shooter, a side-scrolling shooter, and one of my favorite genres of games, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and let's check out the controls on this one as well. Make sure we have them right. Yeah, you can rewind if you need to. Shoot is Y, option is B, and turbo. Okay, so again, same standard things. That's the other thing the SNK did with their arcade cabinets. They really kind of standardized on this button layout. It was kind of 1 down and 3 up button layout that every game that they made then conformed to that. And that became kind of a standard for button layouts for the type of games we would then see in the arcade there. So SNK was, again, ahead of their time too. All right, so again, we've got shoot, we have turbo shoot, and then we have our option there. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right in and start playing. SNK presents. Let's add some coins. Prehistoric Isle. And we're gonna do, let's see, 1 player there. During the 1930s, there have been many shipwrecks, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, we must conduct an investigation near the island where these accidents have occurred. All right, inquiry 1. Forest in Green Hell Island. And, all right, yeah, here we go. Yep, so we have a good, we have a power-up system that we would expect with side-scrollers, right? Prehistoric Isle. So yeah, look at these dinosaurs and man living together. Let's see. What does the option do? Oh, that is what the option does, right? It drops some of those big old baddie bombs down there, which I didn't want to do. Pick up some money. I don't know if I'm going to... Okay, let me see. Oh, look at these flying sideways. Oh. All right, let's... You know what? Let's just do that. Let's... Why am I hammering the button when I don't need to? Oh, look at all these different power-ups here. Little, you know, explosion of parts. Let's see. Here we go. Power-up. Money. Ooh, we got that vertical scrolling. And look at the parallax scrolling that we now have on the environment, which I love to see. Just makes it feel more real. All right. Yeah, let's just go and throw another credit in there and start playing. Of course, we lost all of our power-ups, so we have to go back and pick those back up. Okay, and if I change, let's see. What is my alternate weapon there? I'm not sure. There we go. Okay, now we're back flying forward again. Yeah, like I said, anytime it changes, you know, the perspective, right, of where you are, the direction you're flying versus the direction you're moving. Oh, look at that. They jumped onto the plane, and now, oh, that was pretty cool. They jumped onto the plane, and it was actually slowing slowing down how fast I could move. That's pretty cool. That's what I'm saying. Going back and playing these games, they had so many really interesting ideas about gameplay and mechanics that we can still learn from today. Remember, great games are just great games. Prehistoric Isle. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. That was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. Oh, yeah. Get out of here. Stop with that nonsense. Okay, so when you pause, I need to get out of the way then. Okay, get out of the way. Grab that power up, baby. Here we go. Let's see. Get out of the way there. Right. Oh, look at how his head follows you, too. So good. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Yes! All right, now we're on to the next level here. Next area. I wonder if it actually like denotes a level. Shoot, no, it didn't. Oh, there we go. And it only gives you a certain amount of quarters that you can add to it. So there we are. We're just going to go and select those AAAs. Oh no, that was just for the high score. All right, yeah, but let's go ahead and move on to another game. Oh, I just captured a picture instead of quitting out of there. So we're going to quit the game and we're going to save that. Yeah, and you can see where some of the mechanics that were laid out in games like this really affected or impacted other games that they would create, like Blazing Star, that used a very similar kind of progression system, weapons-based system, upgrade system. So, you know, again, what I like to say is, as we explore these old games, what we're witnessing are like the echoes of design, the echoes of gameplay, the echoes of mechanics. And you can follow that trajectory along, you know, a particular kind of lineage of a particular style of game, like maze games or side-scrolling shooters or fighting games, right? We just continue to build on them as we get better and we have more technology available to us and we're building bigger games and all of those things. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into a little, well, let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Munch Mobile. I don't really remember this one. Let me see. Oh, look at this. Okay. Yeah, we need to go ahead and check this out. My goodness. All right. Let's go ahead and just do new game here. 1983, an early SNK game. I mean, that's really only 4 years after the founding of the company, right? So, yeah, let's go ahead and explore a little bit. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Hold on. Let's go and take a look at the controls again. Okay, we have up, down, left, right. Then we have move arm left, move arm right. Okay. So that's the other stick. Okay. Let's jump in. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so I need to stay on the road. Right? I need to stay on the road, and I can't let my hand hit anything, right? There we go. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I do want to go for those big old cherries. There we go. Okay, but now, oh, okay. Do I need to put those in the trash can? Maybe. Wow, this one is really difficult. Okay, yeah, let's try this again. So like I was saying, do I need to put them in the trash can? I don't know. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so I needed to put them in the trash can. And nope. Oh, wow. You know, it is so hard because you're looking at the stuff on the side of the road and you're trying to stay on the road, which is extremely narrow. Okay, that's how you do that. Okay, but now I also have to make sure that I pick up gas too, right? Yeah. Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay, come on. Oh, I hurt my hand. Ouch. Man, that is so ridiculously hard. What? Okay. Okay, hold on. No, oh my goodness. Oh, okay, actually, all right. So what I was doing there was not putting the cherries in the trash can. I was eating them and then throwing away the cherry pits or the stems there. Man, that is just crazy. That's just crazy. All right. All right, that's enough of that one. That one is insanely difficult to play if you've never tried that before. My goodness. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and quit out of there. SNK. Wacky early games. Wacky early games. All right, Akari Warriors. Yeah, let's go. This one is a classic game. We're going to see how well we fare here. You know, this is back in the era of, you know, Rambo and, you know, Terminator movies and, or Commando and stuff like that. Right? So it was something back then. All right, here we go. And actually, let's go ahead and make sure we have the controls right here. Let's see. So we've got, okay, fire with our right trigger, grenade with our left. Move up, down, left, and right. Oh, and then face up, face down, left, and right. Yeah, so this is a move and aim game. Let's go ahead. Yeah, if we don't do dual sticks, let's see how we do with dual sticks. Let's see here. Let's see how we fare here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, yeah. So, okay, yeah. All right. So now I got it. Yeah. So you want to go ahead and fire up here, and then you want to launch a grenade that way. Yeah. And you're trying to grab those POW blocks there. Yeah, this one, I mean, so again, it's kind of a Robotron twin stick style shooter. Now, I do believe that Akari Warriors, one of the things that made it so unique was they had a swivel joystick that you would use. So it basically had a spinning top to it. Okay, how do I get in there? Do I get in there that way? Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we can go ahead and start charging up the field here. And so it had a swivel joystick on the top. And so you would move in the direction you needed to with your joystick. And then you would aim by swiveling the top or twisting the top to turn in the direction you needed it to go. Right? Can I get back in there? Yes, I can. All right, there we go. Oh, shoot. All right, I need to get out of there now before that blows up. Ah. All right, can I continue from here? Let me see. Is it going to let me do it? Oh, no, nope. It started me right back there at the beginning because I didn't hit the fire. I hit the coin button. All right, let's give this one more shot there. All right, so this one, you know, you don't have those custom joysticks, which actually I do know that if you build your own arcade cabinets now, there are companies that actually make those, make the retro sticks like this, where you can basically go ahead and build your own Akari Warrior, you know, crazy joystick setup, which is really neat, actually. And I think a couple of games actually use that. Wow, man, I really did poorly on this one. Let's see, can I continue here? Okay, yes, all right. So it's gonna let me continue exactly where I was. Okay, and you say one of the things that, you know, here I was just firing away all willy-nilly there, but you also notice that you do have a limited amount of ammo and you do have a limited number of grenades. So you have to really take that into consideration. And yeah, these games, man, they're just so good. I mean, look, this is basically a, you know, a shoot 'em up, you know, scrolling game. But it's done, you know, on a battlefield like this instead of, you know, in space, right? Oh, look at these guys. What are they doing here? Look at these ninjas in pajamas. Let's see. Come on. Let's get... Yeah, I mean, if you, again, oh, shoot, yeah, get out of the way. Oh, no, I got hit by a grenade. You know, again, if you think about other games that obviously look more advanced than this, wow, that is tough. That is tough. You know, it gets its, you know, it gets its roots, it gets its inspiration all the way back in this earliest era of games. Just really, really cool. All right, let's go ahead and play through a couple more of these SNK games. Really, wow, amazing. Okay, all right. Guerrilla War. Let's see which one this is. Okay, so this is a later take on that. Let's go ahead and see what the... let's go ahead and take, well, let me see. Well, let's hold on a minute. Let's take a step back. Let's make sure we got this right. That was 86. This is just 1 year later. Let's go ahead and see what they did just a year later, right? Hail the Heroes of Revolution. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have, surprise, surprise, another you know, jungle, you know, war setting there, and yeah, and it's using the same joystick setup. So that way, the Akari Warrior, I would imagine the Akari Warrior cabinets could be basically reused with this game, right? Which would make a whole lot of sense. It would be really good for arcade operators because then they wouldn't need to get rid of that cabinet. They could just put a new game into it, and it would be cheaper than getting a new cabinet. I imagine. Now, I don't know if that's the case with this, but look, I imagine that any game that had this same joystick setup, like, yeah, that is what's happening there, right? Oh, no, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Boom. Wow, that was the weakest tank ever. Okay, look at this. Different weapons now. Right, this is also very much like, if I'm really thinking about it, and I'm thinking about SNK's history and the type of games that they make, if I'm thinking about the Metal Gear games, right, Metal Gear is a tank that you could basically jump into when you're playing this side-scrolling, you know, shoot 'em up, and it's, you know, it's crazy war themed and all that kind of stuff. But this is, I mean, the mechanics for that were laid down here, right? Because you're basically doing the same thing. You're doing the same sort of thing here. You're jumping in and out of those vehicles. And yeah, okay, we'll do that within 8 seconds, which we did. Okay, let's get in there and grab that. Oh no, see, and that's the other thing too. You didn't want to go ahead and hit the people that you're trying to save. Okay, let's go to farm. That's where they have the best farm things. Is at farm. Shoot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so again, look, you can see even, like I said, just a year later, they've already improved on the graphics. They've already increased the type of play mechanics. They've increased the weapons ability. They've done all these other things too, right? To make it a deeper, more engaging game. So, all right, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, we are not going to save that one. Let's just go ahead and check out a couple of this. Fantasy. Oh, Chrysalis. Of course, this game is a known, another well-known game. Chopper. Yeah, we're definitely going and give Chopper a try. 1988. So I think, yeah, there's one more year right ahead. Let's see what advancements they made in that same type of forward-moving genre. Chopper. Is it Chopper I or Chopper 1? It's probably Chopper 1, I would think. Let's add some credits. Let's go ahead and check our controls out. Make sure that we understand what we're doing here. Okay, rewind is left, of course. Fire turbo, special weapons B. Same control layout as the other games. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do was move left. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Let's just jump right back in. Here we go. Border Patrol. Troop ready reports. Emergency. Here we go. Credits 1. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Oh, the horn's been sounded. Okay, here we go. Okay, that I accidentally hit my smart bomb there. Okay, this is more like the type of vertical scrolling games that I love. Right? Raiden, of course, being my favorite of all time. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, don't get too close to him. Here we got tanks coming out here. Oh, look at that. You actually had collision with the top of the mountain. So it's forcing you down. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's one hit, too, huh? All right, here we go. 1, 2... Okay, this one should probably give me a drop, right? I would imagine. Oh, no, look at that. Fired a net at me. How is it still going through? Oh, look at that. How is it still going through? Even though... Okay, yeah, let's just clear all that. Okay, there's some weapons for me. Oh, come on. You can't put... Ah, that's cheap. You can't put the pickups on top of a piece of material that you collide with. That is just cheap. But that is the game of Chopper I or Chopper 1. Continued. No, we're not going to continue. We have too many other games to go take a look at. So let's go ahead and move it on. But yeah, but again, if you play SNK games, you can see where, their more modern games got their inspiration from, where they first started. Bermuda Triangle. This is probably another sort of, vertically oriented shooting game. This was done in 87. I'm going to go ahead and do that too, because like I said, it is my favorite genre of arcade style games, right? Is the vertical shooter.
Emergency.
So let's go ahead and do that. Okay,
Back on deck,
please
good.
press the player
Emergency.
1 button.
Emergency.
There we go. All right. Listen, that has got the voice in there too.
Emergency. Alpha, this is start.
Okay, here we go. Wait, okay, this one's using the shoulder buttons to fire. Wow, look at that. Really bright colors, but also really difficult to discern background from foreground object. Something that game developers, again, it's an art form, right? So we learn how to go ahead and make the best type of art through trial and error. And, sometimes, or rather, not sometimes, we learn from trying, from doing, right? So, yeah, this one can be, I think, a really bit difficult to understand what's going on. Like, understanding the clouds coming by were damaging me. That was a little difficult there. Let me turn this volume down too.
Warning.
Oh man, because that volume is way up there on this
Power.
one. Yeah, we don't want that loud. Here we go.
Warning.
Warning.
Damage. Hammer.
Yeah, I hear that there's damage happening here.
Warning.
But you're not giving me any. Wow, man, this
Damage.
is
Hammer.
a
Power.
cacophony of noise and sound here. Woo! Yeah, this one is a little crazy.
Warning.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is one of my favorites in the former SNK library. Really difficult to figure out what's going on. Even if they did things like parallax scrolling where you had the clouds moving or the ground moving at different speeds versus the enemies, then you could really start to discern what was going on. But no, that is not one for me, even though that is my favorite genre of games. All right, we have Beast Busters. Athena, we definitely have to play some Athena. We definitely have to play some Alpha Mission. And those are like, I think the last two that we'll go ahead and take us out with. So let's go ahead and let's continue with the space shooter theme. Of course, this one is a really early one. And yeah, let's jump in and check out Alpha Mission. There we go, listen to that. Oh! Okay, this one is standard face buttons here. Very minimal sound, very minimal music. Okay, so this one has bombs that you basically are firing down on the surface objects, but all the pickups that the surface objects leave, you can touch while you're up here. So that's, again, learning the way to do these mechanics properly is really what this era of games are all about, right? These games had, more color, more sound, more objects and enemies on screen than their predecessors. But at the same time, some of the mechanics are a bit wonky, right? Like I was saying, being able to go ahead and shoot down at objects on the lower field, but then pick up the object, that was a bit weird, right? It's just not what you'd expect from, from that mechanic. So let's see. Okay, those probably missiles, right? Well, okay, let's go pick up all of those. These, let's see, where are we? And there's obviously an upgrade system here, right? Oh, for the weapons that I'm just not that familiar with, so. Yeah, but again, you can see what they were trying to do with these mechanics. And try new things. I love that. Okay, we got all of these here, all these pickups here. Okay, let's go and grab that one. I don't know. Oh, is that one the bomb? That must be a bomb, right? No, can't be. Is it? I don't know. All right, let's see. Oh, do I need to pick up the same colored ones? I'm not sure. It's colorful and it moves really well, and I could see myself playing this back in the day, dropping some quarters in here. But now I don't have to because I have it in this awesome collection. Okay, pretty interesting. All right, and let's go ahead and move on to the last game before we get out of here for the weekend. All right, that was Alpha Mission. Oh, we do have one more. We have Athena. We need to go ahead and see Athena because this was, the first time they had established this character, right, for their games. And we heard in Psycho Soldier Athena being called to, right? So we have Athena now making her way into multiple games. Let's see. All right, let's see how this is going to work. Of course, let's go ahead and check out our controls once again. We have start. We have our jump button, attack and attack turbo, of course, and then up, down, left, and right. Yeah, that's all we need. Okay, here we go. The World of Forest. Okay. Now. Oh, all right. Oh, well, I should have jumped probably, huh? Okay. Okay, we're going to use that little turbo there. Okay, so now can we pick up that? Yeah, we can. Now we can pick up these other weapons that'll make it easier to fight. Oh, we need some money. Oh, wow, that is tough. Okay, let's give that another shot. Here we go, World of Forest. Okay. Oh, even better, that hammer. That hammer's doing the trick right there. And we want to make sure we don't have anything popping out of there. Oh, look at this. Okay, let's go and grab that money. What can I do here? Do we have to chop this down? Okay, how do I? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Bloop. Wow, okay. Okay, so you're building up power and strength. Right, and chopping down here. Oh, there's my shield. Okay, so I can take more hits, right? Oh, look at that. So, wow, okay, so early platformer game. Wow, look at that. Okay, so if I tap it, and look at that jump. Okay, that was pretty cool. Oh, wow. All right, that's pretty interesting. Let's push that again and see. No, we're going to start all the way back here at the beginning. World of Forest. I do love that. Not the World of Forest, it is a World of Forest. Wow, okay, man, those initial hits, those are pretty brutal. Pretty brutal, especially for, an arcade game when you're just starting out. I wonder what it looks like on the home console. We'll go ahead and because I saw that there was an arcade version and then there was a console version. So let's see what the difference is between them here. Okay, so arcade, obviously, it is a quarter muncher, so it is stealing all your quarters, and that's its job. And then, let's see, come on, all right, popped him there. Of course, we can't jump that high yet. Oh, wait, now I can. Let me see. Oh, look at that. Okay. We want to get out of the way because the little green guys are going to pop back up, right? Okay, that's a little life that we got. Can we go down? Oh, we can. Look at that. Okay. Oh, poor Athena. No. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, I think that's enough of that. The game is to be continued, of course, at another day. Our princess is in another castle, apparently. So, yeah, so that is a brief look back at the earlier era of SNK. And again, when we think about those candy-colored cabinet, right, that bright red cabinet, we think about the AES home system that allowed you to go ahead and bring those arcade games right into the home with those big cartridges. Just amazing. But they honed all of those skills. They honed their design sensibilities. They honed, the type of games that they would then become synonymous for in this earliest era. And so again, it is important to go back so we understand what came before, so we understand how to build the best technologies, tools, services, design, story for games going forward. And that's what I love so much about getting to do every week here on Rewind, is explore the incredible history of the games industry with you all, right? And so, so with that, that's going to bring us to the end of another episode of Rewind. And remember, if you are a video game developer of any size, from AAA to indie, make sure you head on over to aws.amazon.com/GameTech to discover the products, solutions, and services that we offer to help you on your cloud game development journey. And if you are a beginner looking for a clear starting point to help you build a career or learn to produce games in the AWS cloud, we recommend you start with an AWS Learning Plan. This set of on-demand courses will increase your knowledge of game servers and game analytics and help grow your technical skills to solve real-world game development, compute, and analytics problems. And you can demonstrate your knowledge to the world by earning digital badges. Head on over to aws.training/GameTech to start your AWS for Games learning plan today. And of course, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Waterflame for allowing us to use his music here on Rewind. Make sure you head on over to his YouTube channel at Waterflame Music to check out his incredible work. And finally, if you care about preserving the history of video games as much as I do, make sure you head on over to the Video Game History Foundation's website at gamehistory.org. They're doing incredible work to preserve the history of our industry for future generations. And I want to thank you for spending your Friday afternoon with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next week on Rewind.